Philly.
Okay, team.
It's really gonna happen.
Terry. Yeah, he's back. Uh-oh, here it is. All right, Randy Couture. There, Ken. I think he just broke my shoulder. My friend, Dolph Lundgren.
It's a good team, but I think there's a seat empty.
One of my fellow brothers in the hard R business, a fella who really does it right, an incredible man, someone that I've really grown to respect over the years because he's not just physical, he's a brilliant guy and very, very compassionate and a true one-of-a-kind movie star, the likes of which we'll never see again, my friend Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It's nice to have you. It's nice for you to be back. It's good to see you. What'd you think watching your reel? That's pretty exciting to go back through memory lane.
Well, I was right away, competitive. I'm sorry, I said Mr.
Oh, really?
Slice killed, 288 people. I killed 289 people. Yay! We always were competing. I mean, over the last 3 decades, it was always like who killed more people, who did the most brutal killing, who was shooting more people, who had more muscles, who had more oil on their muscles, who had body fat and all those kind of things. So it's nice to kind of now work together and with such unbelievable stunts. Look at this here. It's really great.
Well, tell us a little bit about making this film and working together for you guys and for the whole team. I mean, was this one? It must be one for the books for you.
Well, I mean, it was really fun to go to Bulgaria and to work with this great action. I mean, we have an assembly of the best action stars, I think, in the world in this movie. It's like kind of like 10 James Bonds running around in the movie and creating all this unbelievable action. And it was also, I have to say, I was very appreciative about the fact that when I came in, they all treated me kind of like, well, we know you've been out of the business for 8 years, let me show you how to load a gun again. And Arnold, here is how you throw a punch, okay? Don't hit us, but just, throw the punch and do a little miss and all those kind of things. And here you kick, how you kick it. So it was really like a how-to the first hour, but then they realized that they didn't lose it all. That I could get right back into the action and shoot the gun, load the gun, and do all those kind of things, or take a knife out and kill a guy and cut his head off, and all those things. So, all the fun things, I didn't forget. And you wish you could do some of those things when you're in politics, but I mean, you can't.
That would be a different kind of cutback for sure. Terry, you look like you're so happy. What was it like making a movie with these guys?
Hey man, first of all, I played 7 years in NFL, and one thing we used to do right before each game, the night before, Saturday night, we would sit and watch these guys' movies.
Nice.
And one thing you gotta understand about the action genre is that it's like a religion. It really is. You get your beliefs from these movies. You get what's right and wrong from these movies. You get your inspiration from these movies. I mean, we used to come out and that would funnel us to play for a season. It was just one experience with these guys, to be on the stage, to be in a movie with them. I'm from Flint, Michigan. Michigan, okay? I should be in jail. And here I am on this stage with these guys after doing this movie. This is America. It proves it can happen. These are the guys that the reason I'm in shape right now. And I'm just telling you, give it up for these guys. Let me tell you, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, amazing. Bruce Willis, everybody in this movie is awesome.
I have to just say that, Jerry, I told you that when we were filming, that we worked together 12 years ago.
That's right.
And the 6th day.
That's right. The first movie I ever did.
Yeah, the first movie I've ever done. Yeah, exactly. And you have gained such unbelievable muscle size and condition. Muscular there. I remember in Vancouver, you were very muscular, very athletic, since you were a star football player and all that. But I mean, you see you now. I walked into the gym in Bulgaria when you were working out, and I saw, the muscles that you have and the definition that you have, and the just very little body fat. I don't know what it is, but 6%.
No, 4.5%.
What was that? I'm sorry. I told you here. But it's really amazing to see you gaining this 20-25 pounds of muscles this last few years, and your acting is incredible. So it was really terrific, and I'm very proud of working with you again on this movie here. So congratulations, a great.
I can die now. Arnold, like my muscles. I can die now.
I hope you don't take it the wrong way.
Hey baby. Got a man crush going on. I'm sorry. It's a bromance.
So Randy, one of the great things that Arnold did was go from one world into another, and reinvent himself. Terry had a similar experience, and you had a similar experience. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, it's obviously an interesting transition coming from the world of mixed martial arts and being a professional athlete, and now trying to be considered a bona fide actor, and certainly being on screen with these guys is a big step in the right direction. But I still think there's some hurdles there, and I know that Arnold probably crossed some of those hurdles too. They just looked at him as a bodybuilder, a world champion in bodybuilding. And it wasn't until maybe some of those other movies where he really got to sink his teeth into playing those characters that they said, oh yeah, okay, that guy can really act. And I think I'm still looking for that. I think Expendables is a huge step in the right direction for me.
Oh, that's outstanding. And then Dolph, I have to ask you, it's good to see you. How you doing?
What'd you say?
So, if I understand right, you once punched him Sly so hard that they had to fly him to a hospital.
Well, that's what I heard. I don't know.
He totally did it.
They did. Cheap shot for sure.
He was my boss. He said hit me, and I did, and that was it.
It's true. I thought, let's go for some realism. For the first 30 seconds, just try to knock me out, and he did. So much for realism, okay? And he hit me so hard that I went to the hospital. They thought I was in a car accident. I said, actually, yes, it was a Volvo.
Jeez, that's great. And then, Sly, tell us a little bit about the movie, the characters, and where we find them.
Okay, these are mercenaries. They have a real sense of brotherhood. They do crazy things together. They really don't have much of a family. So this time, they go to a place. Well, they're actually going. They start off in a place like Burma or Nepal. We don't really know exactly where they are, but they're in the middle of a situation. And then I don't want to spoil it, but there's a surprise, and we meet up with other mercenaries. And then we go back home. And we go on a routine assignment. Well, actually, it's a routine assignment. I'm sort of blackmailed almost by Bruce Willis to go on this very, very dangerous journey, even though he says it's nothing, it's a walk in the park. Well, we get into this strange place with some very, very bad guys, and horrible things begin to happen, and the Expendables are pushed to the limit. And then I'm saved. by friendship. The other characters come in that were formulated in the first movie, like Bruce Willis and Arnold's character, and we all come together in the end for this amazing climax that I don't think will ever be seen again. It's really a one-off. It was amazing actually being in it. I said, am I in a movie? I mean, these are guys that I've seen in movies, and now we're all together. So I think we pulled off something that's pretty remarkable, and the most amazing thing is that we didn't shoot each other's heads off because we were doing choreography of actually ducking under blazing guns in live time, which I had never done before. So this turned out to be a real experiment in faith, and also dealing with guys who have 3 distinct different styles, and not including the other Expendables who also have their amazing styles, but they'll all come together, including with Chuck Norris. It's really quite amazing. So I think you're in for a tremendous ride.
Arnold, one of the great traditions in action films is this idea of like the team up. I mean, going back to Dirty Dozen and Magnificent Seven, that adds an extra energy to the film, I would imagine. Was that kind of a fun thing for you?
I think that is fun, but I have to stress again, it is so important that you work with the right people, and I think that we as the Expendables is so fortunate to have such great people like Dolph Lundgren, who comes from the martial arts background and has been a champion, so he brings that kind of craft to the screen. So there is no one that has to train him now how to throw punches and how to do the kicks and all those things. He's the real deal. The same is with Van Damme, but the same is when you see Randy. I mean, Randy has been the greatest fighter, the UFC fighter, and so when you see him in an action film, actually doing action and having those fights, it looks so wonderful. It's not something that has to be overly choreographed by a stunt coordinator or something like this. So this, I think, in Terry, you know, with his football background and being such a great athlete, so this is what made it fun, is that each one had tremendous talents in their own field. And then to bring that and slide in such a good job to utilize not only the personalities of those characters and their acting abilities, but also their physical talent and their background that they had. So this was really terrific to work with that. And for me also it was great because we have been trying to work on the film for many years, and finally this whole thing has come about because it's a natural for us to work together. We have so many things in common. I mean, we love physical fitness and the muscles, and we love action movies.
Big watches, big ring.
No one can understand each one of us. There's so many things we have in common. This is absolutely wild. What no one knows is, by the way, and please turn off your recordings and don't write it down, this is off the record. But when I came to America 44 years ago, Sly was my English teacher. So blame him for everything. Blame him.
Yo, hey.
That's good.
Jesus.
Terry, for you, I mean, making a movie like this, with the first one, did you know it was something special going in? I mean, the lineup, no one quite knew what to make of it.
No, I mean, you know, I remember getting a call and meeting Sly down in Beverly Hills, and again, I go into this dark room, he's like, hey, sit down. You know, and he's like, I got the part, you know, and again, I think Expendables 2 is the movie that Sly always wanted. I mean, it was a lot, he literally broke his neck to make the first one. And now it's like, to have Chuck and to have Jean-Claude Van Damme, and to have a female Expendable in Yunnan, who's a Chinese superstar, and to add the youth injection with Liam Hemsworth. Listen, it doesn't get any bigger, it doesn't get any better.
That's great. Well, you know, all over the world, people get to watch the movie stars here in Hall H. They get to ask questions of the movie stars. We got any questions out there? That's not a question.
My question is for the entire panel. If all 5 of you right now got in a fight, who would win?
Who has the best lawyer? What do you think? I think it's the guy with the ear and the nose and the huge fist and the trophies and the world belt.
Actually,
Randy, it was amazing. When I would watch Randy in action, we were picking up stuntmen with bladders. I mean, it was amazing. You were just picking them out of walls. He was airmailing guys into brick walls 6 feet off the ground. I'm going, wow. Take again. No, let's do another take. I said, oh my God. The guy's arm just fell off. He lost half his face. Do it again, do it again. It was really amazing. I wouldn't want to tangle with him at all. As a stuntman, he's the real deal. And by the way, I saw some of the outtakes with you, Terry. Oh my God. When you threw that guy into that, oh my God. He sits there, he uses a guy's head as pretty much like a banjo. It was like, they were banging it against, like playing a tune with it. It was unbelievable. I mean, the power that when you throw that guy against the pillar and against the hay cart and basically knock a horse over, it's unbelievable. So, it's a pretty tough group up here. But Arnold, I wouldn't put anything past this dude.
My question is to you, Stallone. What was the inspiration to create this film and to get these amazing actors all working together to develop awesome?
It's really simple. If you look back at, for example, when they have revivals, it's usually not one group or one musical group. It's okay, we're having a revival and it's 10 groups that were your favorites back in the day. Clearwater Revival, the Lovin' Spoonful, Young Rascals, whatever the group was, Righteous Brothers. On their own, they may not draw as much attention because time moves on. But as a group, it's fascinating to say, I'll go see that as a group. I thought, why not, doesn't that hold true with action guys? Because the genre is changing. It's becoming more technical, it's becoming more sci-fi, and that's wonderful. So I said, I'd love to go back and revisit the genre, but I sure can't do it alone. And I don't have the clout to do it alone. But together, we bring in some new blood, we bring in some old blood, and then there's strength in numbers. And that's really what it was about. So, together, we equal one strong person. But we're really dedicated to it, we love it, and these guys, they put out for it. But that's really the key, is really, I said, how do we bring it all back into making it relevant? Well, again, because everybody here is a star in their own little world, you put it all together and you have a galaxy. I hope.
Ladies and gentlemen, they say they're expendable, but they look pretty essential. Let's hear it for the Expendables. The movie comes out August 17th. And guys, thank you so much for coming and the invitation.